Welcome to my ranch. This is Rancho Terrenates in the Chihuahua country in Mexico. My name is Fausto Rameriez, and I'm gonna tell you a little bit of ultra high density grazing in stational rainfalls. What we are trying to achieve is the maximal profit per unit of land, but in order to do that we have to have a very high density stocking rate. So what we do is we make a density of 4,000 cows per acre. Remember that you can do 4,000 cows density with 500 or 100 cows. So what we do is make as much impact as possible for the less time possible, and we do a recovery period of 18 months. And the reason that we do that is we need to let the grasses recover, and when you get the densities, you get more grasses, better grasses. What we do is we put 500 cows in less than a quarter of an hectare, so that could give you an estimate of the density, and we move them 9 times a day. So we can move it 4 times in the morning and 4 times in the afternoon, and that gives you a recovery period of 18 months. We try to do everything in sync with nature. So if you let a cow just be a cow, she will eat in the morning, then the heat come up, she have to rest, to ruminate that grass, and then in the afternoon when it's getting colder, she starts to grazing again. So that's what we are trying to achieve. Make as much impact as possible in the most natural way, or the way that the cow would do it. You have to be very flexible with its management, because most of the time you have to get a feed, or you try to maintain a body condition. So before calving and postpartum, we only focus on the cows. So you have a bigger areas. You change 1 time a day, maybe every three days. But when the cows are already pregnant, then you could say you can punish the cows and make more impact with them. And before the calving season starts, you go again and focus only on the cows. Forget about the grass, focus on the cows, focus on maintaining a good body condition, and so they can reconceive. Once they reconceive, we start focusing on making grass again. We average between 14 and 12 inches of rain. Lately we are only having 9 inches of rain. What you see behind me is the product of ultra high density grazing and an accurate rest period and 9 inches of rain. So this is what a good example of what you can achieve with ultra high density grazing. You have a good calving rate. When you have to focus on the cows, you focus on the cows. And when you have to focus on making more grass, you focus on making more grass. Right now I have almost 2 times the cattle that we used to. We are no longer feeding hay. We are not having too much problems with the body conditions. Our cows do lower the body condition, but because 40 days before calving we concentrate only on the cows, they get good body condition for the calving period, so we can reconceive them really fast. I do think we are going to increase the capacity, even double what we're having now. We are seeing those results. Every year we have more forage than the last year, even though we don't get as much as rain. But because of the resting periods and the fertility that you focus on making better grasses, and also focusing on the cows, you can get more cattle in the same area, even though you can get less rain. It's not that simple. You have to get to know this management. It has its challenges, and you need to have a plan. The most important part of this is that you have to have a plan for 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, and you have to have a plan for your water lines, and you have to have a plan for your fencing lines. When people start, they usually say, oh, I know how to do this. So they start dividing those paddocks in half, and almost in every case that's wrong. So you have to double check what are you going to do, because every water line and every fence line that you put, it's money, it's inputs. So you have to put it once, and that's it. If you don't ask how to do it, you're gonna make really expensive mistakes.